everybody, and welcome to our team call. I am so excited about this topic. It's a topic that I've never actually done before in a team call, and I'm excited to kind of go through a couple different slides. I think you guys might have fun on this call. You might have some good takeaways, so I'm excited. We'll jump right in. I got a couple announcements, but I do want to talk about what we're actually going to cover on this call. So we're going to cover the 10 stages or major moments that I think are pretty important. There's a ton of moments that we could go into, a ton of situations, but I wanted to go over a couple that I think are going to be really relevant. So we're going to talk about the newbie feeling when you just signed up as a coach. We're going to talk about your first coach announcement post as well as transformation post. We're going to talk about that feeling when you word vomit all over someone. We're going to talk about when you advance your business to Emerald and hit your first business building milestone. We're going to talk about that feeling that everyone has at some point where they think, I don't have time, and they have a total freak out moment. We're going to talk about when you have your first coach that quits or someone that returns a challenge pack. We're going to talk about your first hater. I use that word with air quotes for those of you that are listening in because I don't really know about that word. But your first unsupportive friend or family member, the first negative spouse or significant other reaction or comment, and then kind of this like diamond and beyond. Basically the whole concept of like building your organization beyond diamond. And then at the end, we're going to talk about how to build up confidence and fill your cup first. So those are the things we're going to talk about. Let me just do a couple of shout outs real quick. So as you guys saw, hopefully I announced that we had some new awesome leaders from January who hit this milestone in their leadership ladder milestone. So congratulations to our new team leaders, Jackie, Maggie, Tara, and Kacia. You guys, this is a huge accomplishment. It's something that we're going to be recognizing a lot more on our team. And on the next slide, I'm going to break down the components for you really quickly. The leadership ladder is a way to recognize growth in your business. It shows a lot more than rank does. There are a lot of people that reach certain milestones in their business in rank, but they're not actually earning income associated with what you would expect at that rank. And they're not helping their coaches duplicate. When you're a team leader or you're an organizational leader or you're an executive leader, that means that you're duplicating the success of your success to your team. And team builders, that's a huge accomplishment to reach in your business as well because you're helping your coaches duplicate that success. So it's something that is a really important milestone. It's a way that you can look in your back office and actually recognize, like, what am I doing to help my coaches be successful? It's one thing to sign up coaches, but it's another thing when you're able to help them duplicate the process and the foundation that we've laid here on our team and all of our sub teams to create a healthy, thriving business. Because that's really what this is about, right? Changing lives through health and fitness and community, but also helping people change the trajectory of their life through a really healthy business. So we're going to start emphasizing that a lot more on our team. I think it's really important. I know a lot of the executive leadership has mentioned how it's more important than rank. So it's something that we're definitely going to recognize on our team. So congratulations to Amy, Nikki, Vanessa, Kaylee, and Tana, who are my personally sponsored coaches who are Fit Foundation team builders. So congratulations, ladies. Huge accomplishments. If your coach is up there or you're up there, you should be super proud of them. And of course, we have to welcome to our Fit Foundation family our new coaches from last week. So all of the coaches that joined the team last week are listed here. I'm so like excited, especially if you're a brand new coach on this call or you're listening to this recording and you're a new coach and you're in this feeling of like, oh, we're going to go into it in a second, of that overwhelming feeling, but know that you are part of a team that's almost 1,400 coaches. It's a family, it's a community. So all of you that join and sign up as a coach and join our team page and get all of this welcome and positive like love and attention from people, that's the real deal, you guys. Like, you're part of this awesome family and you made a really awesome decision. I know sometimes it's the biggest decision is just actually signing up. So congratulations to those of you that are either on this call live. Do we have anyone that it's their first call tonight? Comment below if it's your first call. But regardless, I appreciate everyone welcoming. Yay, first call. Yay, 2 first calls, 3. Yay, awesome. Well, congratulations, you guys, for signing up to join our family. We are excited to have you here. So I just realized my slides are a little out of order here, but I wanted to go back real quick and just cover what the leadership ladder means. So when you first, this is in your back office. So if you go to teambeachbody.com and you click on the coach tab and you go down to coach online office, you can actually see this. There's a center little box and it has your success club points and there's a tab that says leadership ladder. So it'll show you the benchmarks and it'll show you what you're currently listed as. I also made a video, so feel free to look on my YouTube channel. It's about the leadership ladder. It's also in the team page. If you click on the magnifying glass in the right-hand corner and type in leadership ladder, the video should pop up, and it explains all of these sections. But I wanted to take less than a minute to just go through what these are with you. So the top line horizontally, commissions, that's how much income you're earning. So if you are a team leader, for example, so the coaches that I recognized that were team leaders were Maggie and Tara and Jackie and Kacia. So those are my personally sponsored team leaders. So that means they're earning more than $1,000 a month. They've hit Success Club 5. That means they're diamond rank coaches or above, that they have at least 4 personally sponsored coaches who have Success Club points on the board. And they have weak leg volume of 5,000. If you're a brand new coach and you're like, what does that mean? Weak leg, right leg, blah, blah. Just know that this is a really cool tool that we have access to that really helps you identify, like, how do I want to grow the foundation of my business? How can I grow this organization so that I can help my coaches duplicate the success? And this is something that we definitely, like I mentioned, are going to utilize more. It's a huge milestone to move from business builder or business starter to team builder, from team builder to team leader to organization leader to eventually executive leader. So it's awesome. And I'm so, so, so excited to use this as just another way to recognize people that are rocking it. So your leadership ladder, one thing to mention before I move on, is your leadership ladder ranking can change month to month depending upon your coach's success that month. So it's a constant growing type of milestone that you can hit. So it's really cool that we get to recognize this on a monthly basis. Okay, and for those of you that know about Coach Summit, I know a lot of us were at Coach Summit last year. If you have not signed up, even if you're a brand new coach and you're like, what is this crazy girl in the beanie talking about Nashville? Sign up, go to Summit 26, Coach Summit 2016.com. Someone correct me if I'm wrong about the website. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Go to that website and sign up to get on the wait list. If you get on the wait list now, I would say 95% chance you're going to get off the wait list. So get on the wait list right now. You don't have to know everything about it. Just get on the wait list. Trust me. Trust your upline coach. If you're available July 28th through the 31st to go to Nashville, definitely get on this wait list. It'll be something where you're going to be kicking yourself a month before if you don't do it now. So trust me and do it now. Okay, so I'm going to dive into those topics that I spoke about at the beginning of the call that we're going to cover. But I wanted to start with, I have a couple of slides that I actually grabbed from another leader within our larger organization that I loved and wanted to talk into. So before we get into every little detail, I want you to understand that 66% of small businesses fail. Like, talk about coming in with a high note, right? So a lot of it has to do with capital, from getting capital at the beginning, location, like maybe you open up a sub shop and there's like a bazillion other sub shops on that corner, or no one likes subs in that area. You're having issues with your credit line, inventory, management changes. A lot of times things don't succeed when there's a lot of management changes or employee changes, competition of other people. Like I said, you're a sub shop and then you have another sub shop on the other side of the road. Competition can make businesses fail. So the funny thing about that is none of those are issues for us, right? Like, it's not a capital investment. It's not a location investment. It's all through social media, right? So a lot of these things are actually in our favor. So that statistic for Beachbody coaches that fail is not even close to that percentage, right? Because we don't have those big issues like if you're starting a business. Failure is not due to those outside factors in Beachbody. It's rather internal factors. So it's the emotional roller coaster that you go on in this journey of coaching that's going to hold you back from either having tremendous amounts of success and knowing that there's bumps in the road, or completely failing and ending up quitting, right? Ultimately. So it's pretty cool when you think about it, because a lot of it is what we control internally. We have a community of people that are going to support us, and we also get to control things through personal development to make sure that we're making our inner selves as strong as we possibly can be, because a lot of those external facts that don't affect us, right, that affect normal small businesses don't actually affect us as coaches. So it's pretty cool. And before we go into the details of all of this, this was a slide again that I borrowed from another coach, but we live in this really crazy opportunity where I know when I was working at Google and it was like a steady job, right? Like, it was an awesome job. Or even before that, when I was working as a project manager at an engineering company, it was an amazing job, and I had benefits and I had a lot of career trajectory. But what's crazy is we live in this era now where people are building crazy, ridiculous businesses where all you need is Wi-Fi. Like we're kind of at the beginning of this new era where it's still weird, right? It's still weird to be like, I'm building this business, like I'm working on my headphones while I'm like walking down the street, or like working anywhere from Wi-Fi, or working on your couch in a beanie, like with a freaking glass of wine by you. Like all of that stuff is very weird for generations above us. But we're in this really interesting era where we have this cool opportunity that we can take advantage. We're kind of at this fork in the road where it's like all these online businesses that are really taking off, and this opportunity that's really taking off. And it's so much easier to stay comfortable and go down this road that I was going down of like comfort, of security, of 1%, 2%, maybe 5% raises annually. There's nothing wrong with the corporate world, but it's just an interesting idea that you can build something on the side, even if it's just part-time, that can help protect you from any other bumps in the road that could happen because you have this side little business. So often the biggest thing that holds you back is your own fear, your own doubt, your own insecurities. For me, the biggest things that held me back that I think about all the time when I'm posting on social media were, what are people going to think of me? Are they going to think I'm totally crazy and that I just gave up my amazing corporate career that I worked so hard to get into to go be this like sketchy pyramid scheme girl? Or are they going to think that I'm totally crazy and that I'm not going to be a good coach because I don't have a six pack and I don't look like the cover of Shape magazine? I don't know how to build a business. And I also, at the time that I started this, I was a project manager, like I said, at an engineering company. I was working crazy hours, and my team that I managed was actually in China. So there was a 9-hour time difference. So I was that freak that was answering emails at like 3 o'clock in the morning to make sure that our time was like on schedule and that our releases were on schedule. So it was probably the worst, quote unquote, worst time to start a business with all these fears and doubts and insecurities, like how worried I was of what other people's perception of me was going to be. But you're on this call, right? Or you're listening to this recording. So there's something in your head, whether it's a little voice in your head or maybe someone got in your ear, a little bug in there that's like, hey, you are meant to do something with this business. Like if you're on this call and you're taking time out of your Wednesday night or, your morning commute, whenever you're listening to the recording to listen to this, that means you're taking your business seriously. Whether or not you want to do this full time, that doesn't matter. It more matters that you're seeing this as a business opportunity. So the question is like, are you going to buy a ticket? Are you going to jump on this roller coaster? And are you going to know that there's going to be ups and downs? And that's really the biggest premise of all of this is going into this, you kind of have to think of it like, this is a business. It's not a brick and mortar business. It's not a Subway where you buy the franchise, you pay $50,000, you put all this time and energy into it. It's not like that, right? It's a business that you can build at whatever degree you want, but it has absolutely exponential amounts of income available, but we're too afraid because of our own doubts of what could go wrong to even buy the ticket. The difference between you and someone who hasn't joined our team yet is you bought the ticket. You're on the roller coaster. Whether or not you knew you signed up for the roller coaster, you're on this call, you're on the roller coaster. So it's kind of an interesting way to look at it, but it's a really cool opportunity. So, all right, we're going to get into this. Here are the feelings of, excuse my language, but one of my coaches sent that to me when she signed up as a coach. I don't know if she's actually on the call right now, but she sent this to me in a little screenshot and said, it's just got real. When she signed up as a coach. So here is Brittany and Lacey just kind of showing faces of what I can imagine you would feel like when you sign up as a coach and how I felt when I signed up as a coach. We were kind of like, I'm so excited, but like, yeah, raise the roof. Like that's kind of how I interpreted Lacey's like, oh, I'm excited, but this is how you feel. You feel so excited and then you feel, boom, overwhelmed. Oh my gosh, there's so much information. What do I need to know? They're talking about SC and Nashville and CPs and like hitting Success Club and going Emerald and like how many times do I post and like this business builder group and this blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it's like this excitement, this whirl of like, oh my gosh, and then combined with overwhelm beyond belief. This is what I can tell you. It's so normal to feel like that. Everyone feels like that, especially when you get added into a team page. I remember I signed up as a quote, quote, discount coach. I didn't want to build a business. I told my coach, Brigida, nope, I don't want to build a business. But I got added into her team page. And I was like, there's like 1,000 people in here. Like, what is this? These people are all crazy. They're all talking about how much they love each other and like ugly crying. Like, they don't even know each other. I don't know any of them. This is so weird. Like, why do they all like each other? That overwhelm, that excitement, that's so normal. So if you're a brand new coach, or you have a coach that comes to you that's like, I'm so overwhelmed, don't panic, don't freak. Everyone feels that way. Every single coach that I've ever signed up in this business has the excited and the overwhelm. I haven't signed up one coach. Any of my personally sponsored coaches on here, can you please comment with me and back me up and say if that was you, that you had an exciting moment and you had an overwhelm moment at some point or another. Exactly. So it's so common. It's so normal. Just know that it's normal and know that everyone feels that way. And I encourage you to, instead of feeling overwhelmed, feel empowered, because you have an entire community that's going to back you up. And you don't know what this is going to turn into yet because you haven't been in the business long enough. But you know that you're excited, and you know that you signed up because something inside you told you, like, I want to do this. Either your coach, your upline coach, the person that enrolled you into this business, or maybe I'm your upline coach, or someone on our team is, obviously. You thought about it and you're like, I think maybe I want to do this. So go to that place, be excited, and know that you are in an amazing position and you're in an incredible team that has all of the structure laid down for you, you guys. When I signed up as a coach, I had no idea what I was doing. In fact, I didn't want to build a business. But now we have these awesome systems and structures in place. So just give yourself a little bit of grace to learn as you go, and know that there is no possible freaking way that you are going to know everything. You could stay up every single night and memorize policies and procedures. You're not going to know it all. I don't know it all. I've been doing this business for 2 years, and I do not know it all, nor do I want to. I do not want to know all of the coach FAQs memorized. Just know that it's okay to not know it all. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's so incredibly normal, and it's more exciting to just let yourself be excited. It's a new thing. You can't expect it. If you signed up, if you got a brand new job and you sat down at your desk and you've got like your stapler and you've got your pen cup, and they're like, well, all right, go get it done. You would be like, I don't know what I'm doing. It's just like anything. How would you expect that you know what you're doing? You just signed up like 5 minutes ago, right? You're not going to know it all. Give yourself the grace to learn as you go. Trust that you're in the right place, and don't let yourself get overwhelmed, okay? Your upline coach, all of the structures and systems that we have in place are for a reason. You reach out to your upline coach, they're going to help you. But in addition, know that you've got resources. You have an entire team page. You have coachfaq.com that is like the Bible of coaching. It will teach you everything that you need to know. The magnifying glass in the team page, everything you need to know. Utilize your resources and know that every single person, myself included, your coach, the coaches that you look at and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to be like that person. No, you don't want to be like that person. They've just been doing it longer, so they know more. That's all. Give yourself the grace. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is that first coach announcement or transformation post. Okay. This is when you are so scared. Like, you're literally feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe that I'm about to post this. I'm going to use an example of one of my coaches, Amy Banks. Some of you guys might know her. She's lost 50 pounds with 21-day fix, and she's kind of a little boss and tight little muscle. I remember her exact moment where I was standing when her and I were talking on the phone, and she was out of her mind nervous to post her transformation photos. Like, keep in mind, this girl has lost like 50 pounds with 21-day fix. She was so nervous to post her photos. She was like shaking. And the truth of the matter is, it doesn't matter your transformation. It doesn't matter how confident you think you are. It's so nerve-wracking. You are so nervous, and that's normal. Like, again, don't think that like people just post pictures and don't get nervous. Like, it's so normal to have that feeling of like, oh my gosh, I have so much anxiety. What are people going to think of me? Am I going to look stupid? Are people going to like my post? This is the thing. You have this backing of an entire community. I loved this picture. This is actually from Kaylee's baby shower. Some of the girls on our team that didn't know each other before coaching. So like, you have this entire community of people that are going to back you and support you. That's why we share transformations in the team page. That's why we root each other on. Like, we're a family. Like, you're part of a family now. So when you're scared and when you're nervous, it's probably because something awesome is about to happen, right? The scariest moment is always just before you start. So it's just before you put yourself out there. It's when you make that really vulnerable post that's like, people are going to judge me, that you inspire the most people on the planet. When you're nervous, that's good. That's just excitement. You can take it as anxiety, or you can take it as excitement. You choose the way that you perceive that emotion as it goes through you, but like, you're going to be scared. That's so, so, so normal. Don't think that anyone doesn't get scared. It doesn't matter. Like, one thing for me that's scary, especially at this point in my business, is I still get nervous. Even though I know it's an incredible blessing, I still get nervous when I post my income because I'm nervous of what people are going to think about it. It's normal. I talk myself down. I go, okay, this is how I process it, and this is how you can process a transformation, an income, anything that's vulnerable. All right. I am so grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful for these reasons. And I sit down and I'll make an either out loud or mentally a gratitude list, which I call a G list, kind of Chalene Johnson, the Chalene Johnson term. I make a G list in my head or on paper or in my phone. And I'm like, these are all of the amazing ways that my life has changed because of Beachbody. My confidence, my financial situation, my friendships, my relationships with everyone, my relationship with my boyfriend, my future, the way that I can plan, my future marriage, my future way that I'm going to act with my kids, my livelihood, my happiness, literally, like, what hasn't changed? Like, I can't even name something that hasn't changed. So I go to that place and I think, okay, I have an opportunity to bless someone's life by putting this out there. I'm going to do it. I'm going to rip the Band-Aid and I'm just going to do it. You trust the community. You trust that you have this second family that has your back. And that is absolutely all you need. And it's okay. People are going to have their own comments, but it doesn't matter because you're coming from a place that's ultimate gratitude to pay this forward. When you have a transformation and you've lost 10 pounds, or you have like an awesome transformation financially, or you have an awesome mental transformation, or you have an awesome community that you're part of, and all of a sudden you feel like you're part of something bigger, don't you feel like that's a big blessing that you should be paying forward to other people? Think of it from that mindset. That's how I feel about inviting too, you guys, just being honest. Like, when I invite someone to be a coach on my team or to be in my challenge group, I'm like, this girl is so lucky that I'm inviting her to be a coach on my team, because if she's a coach, I'm going to help her to build business and she's going to rock. Or if she's in my challenge group, I'm going to help her be so saucy, and her husband are going to be so excited to be saucy with each other, or whatever. Like, that's the things that I think about because I know it's a blessing and I go to that state of gratitude. So even though I'm scared and even though everyone is scared, you go to that place and that's where you come from. And then know that you have a community that's backing you up, okay? So know it's normal, but feel the fear and do it anyway, because you got to do it. Okay. I like this slide. So this is Tana, Jackie, and Maggie showing us the after feeling of word vomit. So this is when you maybe just posted your transformation or you posted an announcement for your challenge group, and then all of a sudden someone messages you and they're super excited to join your group. They're like, hey, Kacia, I saw that you just posted about this just happened to me actually, about your Busy Girls Fit Club starting on the 22nd. I really want to join. What do I need to do? Okay. The word vomit is when you get so excited that someone wants to join your challenge group. You're like, ah! And you freak out. So then what you do is you tell them everything possible. Oh my gosh, this is why I love the challenge groups. It's so fun. It's all these girls. Like, you're going to make so many new friends. You're going to lose weight. You're going to feel good. Shakeology is amazing. Like, have you heard of it? Oh my gosh, it's the best thing ever. Oh, you haven't heard of it? It doesn't matter. Blah, 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 blah. And then after you do it, you go, oh crap. Now I just told them everything about this. Every single person, and again, I would like my personally sponsored coaches or any leaders on this team that have been doing this for a while, everyone's done that. Say me if you've done that. Comment below, please. Me or yes, whatever. Yes. Everyone does that. Every single person. I would love to see someone that hasn't done it, right? It's so normal because we're excited. It's something that we're passionate about. We feel good about it. This is where I will challenge you to resist the urge to word vomit. Remember, this business is about relationships. And as excited as we are, if you need to do this, and I would be honest with you guys, like, no filters here, I have physically had to pick my hands up from the computer or my phone and back away and go, because I'm so excited, without my hands on the computer where I could possibly type and word vomit all over someone, or without my hand on the record button where I could possibly word vomit over voice message to someone. So you've got to refrain. And if you do it, here's the thing. Refrain as much as you can, because what you want to do is breadcrumb with someone, because all the reasons why you love Beachbody or you love challenge groups is not necessarily the reasons that that person is going to love a challenge group, right? Part of the reason that I actually loved online fitness programs, like doing workouts at home, is because I didn't want to go to the gym after work. And when I would go to the gym, I would see someone that I know, and then I would talk to them for an hour, and I wouldn't know what I'm doing there. And I wouldn't want to go. And I would sit in traffic in the rain in Seattle. So, like, the reasons why I want to do it maybe would be different than someone who is a stay-at-home mom and wants more community and she wants to interact with more people. I wanted it for convenience, right? I didn't want the community part. Someone might be, you honestly have no idea what's going on in their life. And it's actually, like, when you really think about it, it's pretty annoying if you lead with why you like it, because it's not about you. You're talking to them, you're asking them what their issues are. Like, this would be a way that you could respond. Oh my gosh, Kacia, I'm so excited about your challenge group, blah, 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 blah. I will go to their timeline. If I don't know them well enough to know what's going on in their life, I'll go to their timeline. I'll scroll through their timeline and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you reached out to me. Ashley, I saw that you just went to Hawaii. Like, tell me about your trip. I legit will not talk about Beachbody right when they ask me. The reason why is because I want to know what's going on in their life. I want to have a real, authentic relationship with them, because this business is always going to be about relationships. It's not about challenge packs. And this is coming from a girl who is always hit Success Club 10 every single month that has a $250,000 business. It's not about challenge packs. It's about relationships, you guys. It is always about relationships. So you have to take a step back and you have to recognize no one is a Success Club point. Yes, you have to hit Success Club to build your business, but no one is a Success Club point. They are a person, and you've got to find out why they're interested and build that relationship. Maybe it won't have them buy a challenge pack right that second, but I will tell you it will make them feel a whole lot better than if you push on a challenge pack on them, or you push on them and you word vomit all over them. So remember that. But also, one thing to think about is you still can talk about the challenge group. Like, you have to find out why they're interested. Like, hey girl, I'm so glad you're interested in this challenge group. Or like, I saw that you just went to Hawaii, blah, blah, blah. Awesome. Okay, so tell me more, like, what were you thinking about the challenge group? What were you most interested in about? That's the easiest way to open up that conversation. Some of you guys know I do all of my invites via voice message on Facebook, because it's easier for me to explain what a challenge group is, and I like that they can see my, like, vocal variety. For anyone that knows me well, I like to, like, squeak, and I'm like, eh! I do stuff like that. So that makes it really easy for me to do versus, like, over typing. So I use voice message for all of my invites. But if you weren't to use voice message and you were just kind of going back and forth, you can say, like, hey, like, so tell me what you were interested in about the challenge group. And then often, you know what they're going to say back? They don't know anything about the challenge group. They don't even know what it is. They're like, I don't know. I just, like, saw your post. I was interested. Oh, cool. Okay. Well, I definitely think that you might like the community part of it, but tell me more about what you're interested in. And for me, I always lead with community and fun, because those are things that I'm driven by. But that's not often what people are driven by. So you got to get to the root of, like, why they're interested, because then what happens? You spend the time getting to know them. You spend the time understanding why they want to be in your challenge group in the first place. So then, you know, that awkward point at the end when you're like, like, you didn't buy your challenge pack, girl. Like, at the end of the month, I need my Success Club balloons. You didn't buy your challenge pack. You're not going to do it yourself in time. That, you know, like, that awkward feeling where you're like, they didn't buy their challenge pack. What do I do? How do I follow up? Well, you can follow up a lot easier if you spent the time getting to know them at the beginning. So if I know that this person's about to go on vacation, I can follow up with that, and I'm like, hey, so Ashley, I know that you're interested in this challenge group. I want to make sure you get all of your stuff in time. So were you able to check out that link that I sent you with the challenge pack? I want to get you ready for Hawaii. I know you're going to feel super saucy. So excited for you. That's such an easier, more authentic way to follow up with someone, because I know why she wants to be in the group. She's going to Hawaii, right? Or I just made that up, but you know what I mean? She's going to Hawaii. That's why she wants to be in the group. Maybe she wants to be in the group because she just had a baby and she wants to lose her baby weight. She wants to keep up with her child. Like, spend that time to get to know them. And this is the thing. If you word vomit, and I know some of you commented, like, I don't really watch the comments that well, but if you did word vomit, I want you to know that it is so normal, like I said, and you can recover. And this is how I recover when I word vomit. Sorry, I just so word vomited all over you, period. I tell them that I word vomited. And it's weird because it makes it so much more, like, again, I'm doing this over voice message, so I don't word vomit as much over voice message now, because it gives you a 60-second cutoff, so it makes it easier. But if I do word vomit, I will say, oh my gosh, girl, I just word vomited all over you. Can we just pretend like I didn't say all of that? And let me just ask you, why are you interested? That will help me so much more. Just own it. Own the fact that you word vomited. Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't be like, oh my gosh, I suck at this. I can't be a good coach. Now I should just quit and never do this. No, come on. Everyone word vomits, like the best of the best word vomit. So know that you're going to have that feeling, like, you're going to have that feeling. And it's okay. It's totally normal. And you can recover. Okay, So now I want to talk about the Emerald shout out and your first business building milestone. So advancing your business to Emerald, we have Tara and Ellie and Stephanie showing us excited faces here. I just picked pictures from some of my coaches because I was just being weird. So this is huge in your business. So if you're a new coach or you've already advanced your business to Emerald, this is really, really important because it's your first business building milestone. I actually went Emerald before I even ran my first challenge group with 2 discount coaches. It's so important to advance your business to Emerald as quickly as possible, even if it's with your mom and your boyfriend or your husband or whatever. The reason why is because it gives you that instant win internally, and it also gives other people it lets other people know that you're serious about building a business. Whether it's a part-time business or you want this to eventually be a full-time business or at least full-time income, it doesn't matter what your goals are. It's just really important that people see that you've advanced your business to Emerald and that you're taking this serious. And so that's the step 1. They need to see you advance your business. They need to see, like, I don't even know what Emerald is, but whatever Ellie's doing, she's obviously rocking. Whatever Tara's doing, all of these coaches are past Emerald, but like whatever they're doing, like they're obviously rocking at whatever they're doing. And I'm going to start following them. So while it may be to you, you're like, I didn't really go Emerald. I just had 2 coaches that just signed up. It doesn't matter. It's how you start your business. It's the foundation of getting your business started. That's like if you bought a Subway shop and you spent $50,000, you don't do that with coaching. Your opening is like announcing that you're a coach and then getting yourself to Emerald as quickly as possible because it helps with your instant win for yourself, and it helps with your audience to see that you're taking this seriously and that you're going to build a business. So here's the part that comes after Emerald. You advance your business to Emerald, and then after you go Emerald, you have to recognize that now people are watching. This is your time to shine. This is when you start to get consistent. So you can't just go Emerald and then drop off the face of the planet. That doesn't do any good for your business. It's the spark. It's what ignites your business. You advance to Emerald, now people are watching. So now that means that you're going to post every single day consistently. If you're like, Kacia, I just started, this is all crazy, I don't know what you're talking about, what do I post about? Go into the files tab, check out the 21 days of what to post. Or if you don't know how to find the files tab, in the search bar, the magnifying glass, type in 21 days post and it'll pop up. And I have an entire Google Drive of 21 different types of posts you can do. And work with your upline coach or whatever to figure out what to post about. But after you go Emerald, that's when it's super important because all eyes are on you and you're showing up. You're marketing yourself. That's your business now. You are your own business. So you advance your business to Emerald and then you post consistently. And that is the absolute best way to jumpstart your business. And if you have that early success at the beginning, or if you're already an Emerald coach, you're a diamond, you're a star diamond, whatever on this call, recognize that helping your coaches go Emerald is one of the best things that you can do for their business to help them as quickly as possible. So if you have a coach that's reached out to you and been like, are you going Emerald? The reason that they're doing that is because they want you to have that win, the first win that you can get with your business. That's why it's so important, because then they start to see how it's following you. They start to see people following you, and it will give you more traction on your posts, and more people will start to watch your story as you start to share your life. It really just ignites everything. So it is something to be really proud of. It is something to be really excited about. Thursdays are awesome. Rank advancements. I love seeing new Emeralds. I always read the entire post when your upline coach, writes paragraphs about you. I read it because it's such an important milestone in your business to really ignite things. That means that you're on a roll. You're taking things seriously. So definitely work on getting your business to Emerald. And if you have new coaches that are new to the business, work on helping them get to Emerald. That's something that I'm always talking to my newer coaches about, is like the importance of doing that. And like I said, the importance of doing it and then staying consistent. Because if you fall off afterwards, then we have to find another way to reignite your business when you do want to build. Okay, here is gold nuggets. Take a screenshot of this if you don't know these things already. But I don't have time for this breakdown. Coming from someone who is so incredibly busy while building this business, I will tell you that I found so many time hacks that are so important. It's everyone feels like they don't have time. And the truth is, I guarantee you, for a truth bomb, you are probably wasting a crap ton of time. I guarantee you, if you're saying, I don't have time, it's because you're scrolling Facebook. It's because you're going on Facebook without a mission. I truly believe that you can build this business in 1 hour. Like I really believe that, especially when you're first starting. When you're a diamond ring coach or above, it changes a little bit. But when you're a brand new coach, there is no reason that this business should take you more than an hour. If your goals are bigger, yeah, you're going to put more time into it, but you absolutely, positively can build this business in 1 hour by checking into your challenge groups. Take a screenshot of this if you're a new coach. By starting 3 new conversations every day, by inviting 2 people, by following up with the people that you talked to the day before, by adding 2 new friends on Facebook, and by posting one time. And people, you'll see top coaches talk about 3 to 5 times a day, blah, 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 whatever. Post one time at least every day. That's what I did to build my business past my Google income before I quit. So 1 time a day and 2 times if you're feeling saucy, and plan out your next day's post, what you're going to talk about. Avoid Facebook scrolling. Avoid all of that other stuff. If you have to set a timer on your phone, girl or guy, sorry, do that. Set a timer, because it should not take you more than an hour to do these things. And if you do those things, this business is not like we're in college and you have a PowerPoint presentation due the next day. I'm going to work 16 hours on it and then I'm not going to do crap for the rest of the week. That is not how this business is built. That is why people get into this business, they want to do it super fast. It doesn't happen that way. It happens consistently over time. It's a hard business model for people to understand. So while it's extremely lucrative in terms of all of the gains, not from just finances, but obviously all of the community gains that you get from being a part of this business, it's also extremely lucrative financially because so many people aren't going to do that consistency. But I want you to be the person that does. I want you to be the person that spends 1 hour. 1 hour? Are you kidding me? I guarantee you have 1 hour. Like, I know that you have 1 hour a day to spend on just doing those things. If you were to take this checklist, Sharice Redmond, amazing coach, follow her. In our team page, she posted like a little checklist. If you're a visual person, find that. Vanessa, Christopher, she made this like awesome banner. I have it in the Fit Foundation Builders group. That's where I pulled this from, this Power Hour banner. But that's all you need to do. So when you go to me and I'm your coach, or I'm your upline diamond, or whatever I am to you, when you come to me and you tell me you don't have time, I'm going to say BS. Okay? And it's not because I don't care. It's because I know that you just don't know this yet. You must just not have figured out a way to build a structure. You definitely have time. So one thing that I do that's really helpful is I use the list function on Facebook. So if you're on a computer and you go to I don't do it on my phone, but if you're on a computer and you go to the left-hand column, you can create a list. So what I do is I add all of my personally sponsored coaches onto a list. So I unfollow all of my coaches, and it's not because I don't love them. I'm obsessed with them, like probably to an unhealthy degree, but I unfollow all of my coaches on Facebook and I put them on this list. So that way I can click on that list when I want to see what my coaches are doing. But I do not do that until I have done the things that I need to do for that, whatever was on my to-do list. I also have a TFF Builder Coaches to Watch. So this is for my coaches who have told me about their up-and-coming coaches that are building this business, and all of the coaches that are in the pods group, meaning that they're an Emerald rank coach and they hit Success Club the previous month. All of those coaches, I want to follow them because I want to see what they're doing. I want to give them support on their posts, and I also want to see if they're doing anything that I think I could help with. So I put that, I make that list of coaches, and then I unfollow everyone. And it's not because I don't love everyone. It's because I don't want my timeline to be full of all these Beachbody coaches getting me distracted with their awesome posts. And then I read about like everyone's like stories of their life when I haven't even done the things that I need to do to build my business. So I'm not leading by example if I don't tell you guys this, right? Like, you have to utilize the functions that are available to you. And maybe you're newer in your business and you're like, I'm not overwhelmed by Beachbody coaches in my newsfeed yet. Awesome, good for you. Do this for the future. Trust me, you're going to want to. You're really going to want to, especially if you are someone. For me, time management has always been something I've been really focused on because I was working over 50 hours a week when I was building my business completely. So I was always focused on time management. I'm actually not someone who is a big in the comparison game. But if you are, and that's, you know yourself better than I do, if you are someone who looks around at all the shiny objects, definitely do Facebook lists. If you're someone who compares yourself to other coaches, first of all, remember that this business isn't like that. You cannot compare yourself. You have no idea what's going on in anyone's life, despite how well you know them. You have no idea. So don't compare yourself to other people. But also, don't look around at what everyone else is doing. Like, oh, that was a good post. I should have done that. Really? Did you do your non-Beachbody messages? Did you do your invites? Did you post? Like, you got to do your work. Otherwise, what are you doing? Why are you here? Why are you building business? You got to do it. So make those lists and you can even make another list of someone that, Megan, that's not an excuse. You can do it. I'll show you how to do it. So honestly, if you have other coaches that you like to follow, like top coaches in the network or whatever, make another list of top coaches. I personally don't, so I don't have a list of that, but do that. In addition, one thing that people don't know, or a lot of people that I talk to don't realize, is you can unfollow groups that you're in. So, of course, we know that you can turn off notifications. So, in the top right hand corner, I wish I actually did a screenshot of this, but you can turn off notifications for the group. But also, where it says joined, when you look at the group, you can unfollow the group. So, what that means is if you're in a builders group, or you're in Team Fit Foundation, or you're in Global Fit Foundation, or Simply Fit Foundation, or one of these other sub teams, and there's tons of notifications in there, you want to check in and you want to support your team, but you want to do it on your time after you have done the things that you need to do to build your business. You have to build your business before you get caught up in all the extra fluff. Okay? So if you unfollow the groups, the posts don't show up in your newsfeed. So I unfollow the team page and I have notifications turned off. So that's why when you comment in there, I do them all at one time because I do it in accordance to my schedule. I run my business with my schedule, right? So are they a group? Are you asking if, no, they're not an actual group. You can actually just make a list. If you are on a computer right now, it's really easy to look at, or use your resources. Type in YouTube, go to YouTube, type in Facebook list. It'll show you a video. I'm sure there's a bazillion videos up there of how to use a Facebook list. So don't say that you don't have time. Just recognize that you're probably not using your time well. And that's something, if you want to scroll Facebook, by all means, girl, scroll Facebook. But or guy, sorry, I'm so used to saying girl. If you want to scroll Facebook, scroll Facebook. But recognize that if you have goals in your business and you're not reaching them, it's because you're not doing the work. There's no other way. If you don't hit your goals, you're not doing the work. That's why. So if you're okay with that, and you're okay with not reaching your goals, then awesome. You don't have to have crazy goals in this business. You can scroll Facebook all day long, but if you're not doing the work, you're not going to hit your goals. And so just a little tough love for you there. Okay, next milestone. The first coach that quits or takes a step back. I like to say takes a step back because I have coaches that are like, oh, I don't want to build right now anymore. I think I'm going to wait, and then I'm going to do it like after summer. That happens. And guess what? It's not a reflection on you. And sometimes you kind of feel like, wait, like, oh my gosh, that coach quit. Like, maybe I suck as a leader. This is how I used to feel before I got over it. Oh my gosh, I suck. Like, what did I do? What did I say to them? What do they think of me? Do they think that this business is stupid? Do they like hate me now? I don't know. Like, did I overwhelm them? Did I underwhelm them? Like, did I post something weird that offended them? Blah, blah, blah. Has nothing to do with you, girl or guy. Sorry, has nothing to do with you. It's not you. It's them. It's where they're at in their life. It might not be the right time for them. Has absolutely nothing to do with you, and it happens to everyone. I've had a star diamond coach quit, and I could have cried about it for forever, but no, it happens. It wasn't the right time for her in this business. It wasn't the right business for her. You are going to have coaches that quit. You are going to have coaches that tell you that they take a step back. It's very, very difficult in this business to start and stop and start and stop and start and stop. It's extremely difficult. And when I have a coach that tells me that they're going to take a step back, I take a mental note of that. And I'm like, we're going to have a different approach if she comes back, because it's really, really, really difficult to come back. But it's possible if they come back and they have a stronger why of why they want to do it. That's the only thing that I think can make someone still have tremendous amounts of success, is if they redefine their why they're doing this, and then they come back and they're going to find that even keel of consistency. I have a coach that is one of the biggest leaders on our team that did that, and she came back and she has this awesome consistency, and she's going to be uber successful. She already is. But recognize it's not about you. It's never about you. It's always about the time of life that they're in. And maybe this business isn't right for them. I have tons of best girlfriends that I would give the world to that would not be good Beachbody coaches. They wouldn't like this business structure, but I love them, but they wouldn't like this business structure. And that's okay. I don't expect everyone to be a Beachbody coach, right? It's not going to be for everyone. And sometimes what happens is someone signs up, they love the community. They love that you're posting selfies and like you look like you're having fun and you're getting fit, you're making money and you're making all these new friends and like you're talking about all these cool stuff and like what's a podcast and you're doing all these cool trips that you're going on. They see the highlights, okay? They don't understand that to build your business, you're going to have to do that power hour. To build your business, you're going to have things go wrong. And people don't recognize that. So sometimes they see that there's work involved and they quit. And it's not because they're not an amazing person. It's because this business structure isn't right for them, but it is not about you. It is seriously not about you. And I've had coaches that have come to me crying with coaches that quit, or like, this person was going to be so good, but she quit. she quit. So it's okay. It's okay. It's not for everyone. Don't take it as a reflection on you. You'll have coaches that like are building gung ho, and then all of a sudden they stop and they just like won't respond to you, and it's super weird. Not about you, about them, about the place of their life that they're in. Do not make this about you. It's not the you show. It's about them, right? So do personal development. If you're really upset about it, it's understandable to be upset sometimes. Give yourself a moment to be upset, but don't wallow in it. Don't sit and have a pity party for yourself. Go find other people that are excited. Go find other people that you get to mentor. Don't sit there and wallow in self-pity and then complain that you can't find coaches. Honestly, it's not worth your time. And you love people anyway, even if they're not a coach. Like, we love people so much outside of this team that aren't coaches. We don't beat them up if they don't want to be a coach, right? We don't go like show up at their house and like TP their house and like leave a fish on their doorstep. It's so weird. But we don't do things like that to people. So it's okay. Just trust that it's not about you. It's about where they're at in their life, and that's it. Okay. So the first, I don't know why I said fish on their doorstep. Like, I did that in high school. I don't know. Okay. So anyway, the first hater, we're featuring Mason Pierre, one of Kaylee's twins. I just had to because look how cute he is, and because he's my godson, so I can just put pictures of him wherever I want. Okay, so the first hater. This is often something where people get real fired up. This is where I can tell you, if you get super fired up or you're feeling super, super hurt, it's because you're not doing enough personal development. I guarantee you, if you're super rattled by a hater, it's because you are not doing enough personal development. Vanessa, actually, like, this has nothing to do with a hater. It's just like her and her husband Andrew going to movie theater, but I just liked her face, so I took it off. Anyway, this has absolutely everything to do with you as a person and how you can build up some kind of shell to other people. Remember that when you're a coach, a lot of times you're talking about how happy you are and you're making money and you have this fun side business and you have all these new friends and you're just like rocking it and you're getting fit. You are also taking a mirror, and I wish I had a mirror. I'll use my wine glass. No, that's a bad example. You're taking a mirror and you are turning it around on that person. You are shining that light at them. You are saying, hey, guess what? Some people will take this receptively. Like, hey, like, I want to join you. Like, you seem happier. I want to do it with you. Or you seem more fit and healthy and like you're having fun. I want to do that too. I want to do that too. Some people approach it that way. Some people are blinded by that light and so frustrated because you're shining the light on them of areas that they haven't worked on yet. So they're feeling frustrated because they maybe want to work on their health and fitness goals, or maybe they want to have a business, but they don't have the courage to start a business, right? They're not at a place in their life where it's right for them. So recognize that it's often not about you, and it's often really about them, and that's okay. When I have someone that says something negative or, whatever, I think, okay, how can I grow from this? And I get frustrated just like any person does, right? I get frustrated, but I do personal development every single day, a ridiculous amount, so much. Like, anytime I'm cleaning my apartment, whatever we're doing, I'm listening to personal development. When I'm grocery shopping, whatever. But I do so much personal development that I'm like, haters gonna hate. I don't care. But I didn't start that way. I did not start that way. That's 2 years of being in this business and immersing myself with personal development. So if you are getting super riled up about a hater, it is because you are the issue. You've got to own your part of that. You've got to own the fact that you have to work on you, and other people won't bother you as much. It's 100% about you, because you can never control another person. You can only control yourself, your perception, your attitude. You can't control another person and their reaction to what you're doing. And it's going to bug you. So give yourself the space to feel it, to feel like frustrated, like, man, I'm bummed. Like, that was annoying. But then get over it, right? Because haters gonna hate. Just turn on a freaking dance party song and, like, you got to just get over it, because it happens, right? It just happens in this business, and it's okay. And trust the process that, like, you've got a community backing you and you're doing an awesome thing and you're helping a lot of people. And that matters so much more than one person's negative comment. You just got to get over it, But understand that you feel that way because it's a normal human reaction. You're putting yourself out there. You're being vulnerable. But if you are that mad or you're that sad, it's you. It's your problem. It's on you, girl. Like, God, sorry, guys. It's on you, because you're not doing enough personal development. This is bugging you so much. It's on you. So control the part that you can control. Okay, couple more. The first, unsupportive friend or family member. There is a Chalene Johnson podcast, The Chalene Show. It talks about why friends and family may not support you. This is something that I have recommended to just about every single one of my coaches at some point or another. Find that podcast and have it in your phone, because you're going to want to send it to someone, or you're going to want to listen to it to yourself, because it is so important that you recognize that you are going to have a friend or a family member. It will happen. You will have someone that you think is going to be your biggest supporter that will not support it. You're going to have a family member that doesn't get this business. Keep in mind that when they say like, oh, Joan, I don't think we have any Joan, so I'm going to say Joan. Joan, you joined this pyramid scheme thing. Like, it's because they're worried about you. Come from a place that if they love you and you've normally trusted their advice in the past, they're coming because they're trying to protect you. They've also seen everything you've ever done in the past. So if you're like a serial MLM person, or you've had like crazy business ideas, or you're the person that like wants to change your career path like every 5 seconds, give people time to catch up and know that you're going to stay consistent. A lot of times people get nervous because they see you moving further away from a destination that they determined is safety. So for example, me as a project manager in an engineering company, that's pretty quote unquote safe, right? I've got benefits. I'm making $100,000 a year. I have an easy commute. I have a cush job. I have room for growth. That's safe, right? So you've got to just remember that they're coming from a good place, and I prefer to give people the benefit of the doubt. If someone's not supportive, I prefer to think of it in a way of, okay, they're just trying to protect me. They just don't quite get it. They must not understand this business. I'm not going to get mad because I love them, but I'm just going to have to prove to them that I'm going to stay in this. And I'm also going to show them the highs. I'm going to show them that I'm excited and I'm happy. And anyone that loves you and sees you excited and happy and doing this with balance, they are going to eventually support you. And if they don't, then maybe you need some serious space from that person, you know? They don't want you to be disappointed. So come from that place of just understanding that people are going to have a different perception of this business. Remember, especially if they're an outsider, quote unquote outsider of this business, like they don't understand how happy and excited you are about this business. They might not totally get it. They might not see that, oh, well, your coach quit her job and like she has this lifestyle that you want. Like they may not see it. So clue them in, keep them looped in, tell them like, I really would appreciate your support in this business. Give me a few months to like get my footing, but I really want to do this. It's really important to me that you support me in this decision. It will make it so much easier for me. I'm going to do it with or without your support. And sometimes you got to say that, and you got to drop the tough love on them. But anyone who really does love you and care about you, they probably just don't understand, and they're trying to protect you because they don't want to see you get let down, and they don't want to see you hurt. So give your family and your friends the benefit of the freaking doubt that maybe that's what they're doing. And the truth is, you keep on keeping on, right? People are going to let you down. That's life. That happens. It doesn't matter what you do. If you choose to not do a business or do something that you're super excited about because of other people's perception, you're living your life for other people. You're going to look back and you're going to kick yourself in the butt that you didn't go do what you wanted to do because you were so scared of what Aunt Susie had to say about your MLM sketchy pyramid scheme. Whatever, Aunt Susie, we don't have time for you right now. Thank you for your comments, but I'm going to keep doing my business, and I'm going to keep helping people, and I'm going to keep loving my life, and I will love you, but I'll love you with some space, Aunt Susie. So there you go. I don't know why I don't even have an Aunt Susie, so that's probably why. Okay, the first negative spouse or significant other reaction. So we are also featuring my goddaughter, Avery, the other twin, yay, because she's so cute, and Amy and Jackie here. Oh, I forgot to tell you who was on the last slide. Michelle and Ellie and Trav, her fiance, and Camille. Okay, the first negative spouse significant other reaction. So this is common. I want to say that I was fortunate, but I also was smart about how I got my boyfriend Cena involved in this business. I was very smart about how I looped him in from the get-go. I told him, I don't really know what this is going to be, but I'm pretty excited. And I said that from the get-go. And what I also did is I honored my commitments to my relationship. And this is one of the biggest things that I think helped my success in this business and Cena's buy-in from a really early, like from basically the get-go. He definitely thought the shakes were too expensive, but I was like, I'm doing it anyway. So he definitely thought that until he tried it himself, and then he was like, okay, whatever, I'll pay whatever for this. But at the beginning, the reason why I think that I had such buy-in from Cena was because I let him into what I was excited about. And I told him, it will mean so much if you're supporting me in this. Like, I'm so excited. I don't know what this means, but I'm excited. And I kept him involved. I kept him looped in from the very beginning, right? I let him know what I was doing. I talk to coaches, or I'll be on like pod Zoom calls, or talk to builder coaches that maybe aren't my coaches, because I talk to my my personally sponsored coaches about relationships all the time. I'm like, are you having date nights? Are you feeling good? It's like my favorite thing to talk about. So when I talk to coaches that are like, oh, my boyfriend or my husband or I don't have any coaches that have wives, but like, like when I'm talking to my coaches about it, I'm like, hey, are you having date nights? Are you unplugged? Are you working on your computer, or are you present with your significant other? Like, if this business went away, you're going to still have your relationship, hopefully, right? If it's a long-term relationship, especially, you've got to make time. You've got to put your freaking phone away. Put your phone away and be at date night and be sitting across the table with your family or whatever. Unplug, right? Because if you're efficient and you're doing that power hour, it's only going to take you an hour. You don't need to be scrolling Facebook for 3 hours. Have date nights, plan them, put your phone away, keep them looped into the excitement. They need to be invested in this too, because it's really unfair to expect that they're just going to be on board when they don't see the insides of this. They don't see the girls that are sending you messages about losing 15 pounds and finally feeling confident again in their life. They don't see the messages from your coaches that are telling you that like they can pay their mortgage with their income. They don't see that stuff. And so it's really rude of you to not give them the benefit of the doubt just to be truth bombing. Because I get coaches that will come to me and I think they think I'm going to always take their side. In reality, I'm like, well, do you keep him looped in? Does he know what's going on? Oh, he doesn't? Okay. So do you have a shared vision of the future of what this could look like for you? Like, keep your significant other looped in. Some people are going to take longer to understand the business, and that's okay, right? Some significant others might take a while, but you have to tell them what your expectations are of the business. Like, hey, this is going to take me, I'm going to do this for an hour, or I'm going to do this for 2 hours, however long you want to work on your business a day. It's really important to me, but I'm going to do it for this hour, and then I'm unplugged, and I'm all hanging out with the family, whatever. Make sure that you honor those commitments that you make, and I guarantee you're going to have more buy-in if you honor a schedule and you keep them looped in and you have a shared vision. Tina, do you agree?
I do.
He's in the background, so I thought I'd ask him. Okay, but I honestly think that it matters so much that you keep someone looped into this business. Otherwise, you can't expect them to understand what's going on. Like, it's so unfair for you to think that they're going to get it, right? So keep them looped in, have a shared vision, share the exciting parts about it and what you think this will look like for you guys. Also, if you are a diamond rank coach or above, or you're making significant income from this business, you have a team, don't say my business. Oh, if you don't understand my business, catch yourself when you say my and say our. And that tiny adjustment makes the hugest difference. I've talked to Cena about this before, where like when I change my verbiage of like our business and what we're doing with this business, everything changed because now he's invested. So like now I can get him to do the stuff that I don't want to do, like the finance stuff, like that I don't care about, because it's our business and he's doing his part, right? So as you progress in your business, you're going to have different stages of this, but just recognize that there's a lot that you can do on your end if you keep them looped in, even at the very beginning. It matters a ton just to let them know that you're excited. Okay, 2 more slides. I'm going to run like 5 minutes over, so stay with me here, guys. Diamond and above. This is a game changer, right? What happens is sometimes people go diamond, and then they think all of a sudden they've arrived at success. And you're super excited because you should be. You're so excited you hit this amazing goal. All of a sudden I'm a diamond ring coach, like everything's going to change. No, nothing changes. You hit this huge goal and you're so proud of yourself, and you should be. And you have this awesome diamond ring team and you hit this huge milestone and you are high of all highs on life and you are so stoked, and like your coach shouts you out and everyone's giving you all this attention. You join our Fit Foundation Diamonds group, you're on these cool Zoom calls, like you're in whatever, like you're excited. Awesome, you should be. Let that excitement like fester, like love on that excitement. It's awesome. But recognize that the next day, that Friday, you're still a diamond rank coach and you still do the same things. You're still going to hit Success Club. You're still going to help all of your coaches hit Success Club. You're still going to post every day. You're still going to do your workout. You're still going to drink Shakeology. You're still going to do your power hour. And that is just going to continue. As you go beyond and you're a star diamond and you have a team of 100, 200, your role changes a little bit from a mentorship perspective. But ultimately, all you're doing in this business is you're hitting Success Club, and And then you're helping any of your business builder coaches hit Success Club and any of your new coaches advance their business to Emerald. And you just do it again and again and again. And it sounds so mundane and like boring, but obviously you guys know it's not boring. But it's very basic. And I think a lot of times people hit this diamond milestone, and it's a huge, huge milestone. But then they think, what do I do now? You do the same thing. You just have more people that are on your team, right? So you celebrate, and I am all for celebrating all of these wins along the way. Every single new person in your challenge group, every single awesome post, every single thing that you do, celebrate, 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 celebrate. Life is about celebration, but you have to remember that nothing's going to change when you're a diamond rank coach. You're still going to be doing the same things. You are just going to have hit this huge milestone, and you keep on keeping on. So you're going to feel excited. Soak that up, girl or guy. It's an awesome feeling, and it's so well deserved, and we are going to celebrate you till the end of time. But remember that you're going to keep going, and you're going to go to 2-star, and that's when your income blows your mind and you like pee your pants and cry and call your dad at like 4 o'clock in the morning his time. That's what I did. So, I mean, recognize that those things are going to happen, and feel the excitement, but keep on keeping on. And one of the most powerful things, this is Kacia posted this post. It's a picture of Kacia, Jackie, and I in California. One of the most powerful things that you can do is to let go of what other people think of you. You've got to recognize, especially the more invested you are in this business, as you have a team and you start to have like these team calls that you call into, and then you do these Zoom calls and you have one-on-one calls and your schedule starts to change. You've got to remember why you're in this and what you're working towards, and that really deep-rooted why of what you're doing, because it's going to require more time at this point, and you're still excited and you're still pumped, but it's going to be different. So you've got to make sure that you're connected to that why, and that you're you're not caring of what everyone else is thinking about it, because you know what your vision is, and no one can rattle you because you're doing personal development, right? Okay, last slide. Things that build up confidence. So all of these things that we talked about, these are different milestones that you're going to hit in your business. Everyone goes through them. It's totally normal, but you're still going to have those moments where you doubt yourself and you're not going to feel confident. I shared with our Diamonds group that in September, our team had like 1,200 coaches, and I was like, Stina, and I started crying. I was like, am I like a strong leader? Can I do this? And I totally had a meltdown. And what did he say? Because he knows me and because he knows how this business works, you need to unplug, you need to do personal development, you need to make sure you're filling your cup. And like, we know that because we talk about that all the time. I know that means I needed to be taking care of myself, and I was putting myself on the back burner. And that's why that crash and burn happened. As soon as I started putting myself on the front burner, front burner? Yeah. Everything started to make more sense. So make sure you're doing those things to fill your bucket and to build your own confidence. So filling your bucket, that comes with personal development, visualizing your why. You've got to really know why you're doing this business. And if you say it's to help people, dream bigger. It's got to be bigger. It has to be something that really resonates with you, like that little tiny thing in your head that's like, what if maybe I could build a business and it could pay for our entire wedding? What if I could build a business and I could like stay home 1 day a week with my daughter? What if I could build a business and I could quit my full-time job and I could snowboard on a Wednesday morning with my fiance? Like, whatever it is for you, those things that I just mentioned are specific things of some of my coaches, but you've got to know what it is that drives you and that can give you a visual picture of what it's going to look like. For me, my first goal was that I wanted to quit the corporate world because I wanted to wake up on a Monday morning with no alarm clock, and I wanted to just wake up and like be like, what do I want to do today? Like, I wanted that feeling, and I would picture that in my head. Of course, I still woke up at like 6:30 the morning that I didn't have an alarm clock, but I knew what it would feel like to have this life that I could go jump on a plane and go see my grandma, or my friend in Seattle is getting married, I can go jump on a plane, no problem, because I don't have anyone to ask for PTO, right? I knew what it would feel like, and I had this why that was really deep-rooted that I could visualize. It has to be something that you can visualize. Stay plugged in. If you're on this team call, I know I'm going a little bit over, but stay plugged into the team call. Stay plugged into the community. Go to events. Meet other coaches on the team. If you don't plug into the community, I have never seen a coach that's gone to a diamond rank or above that's not plugged into the community, ever on our entire team. All the diamonds, there's been like 40 or something. I've never seen one that doesn't plug in. It just doesn't happen. You drop your rank if you don't plug in, because you're not pumped. You're not around like-minded people that get it. They get this business, that know the ups and downs. You're not learning and constantly growing. If you plug into these team calls every single week and you do your power hour, I would bet you so much, as long as you're doing personal development, you're going to be super successful in this business. So do that. This is the secret sauce. This is the solution that everyone asks for. I get these rank advancement posts that Brigitte does, and I get tons of coaches outside of our team that message me asking me what the secret sauce is. I want to be like, duh, personal development, invites, showing up, plugging in. That's it. You guys, everyone knows it. It's just the difference. You either do it or you don't. Keep it simple. 3 vital behaviors, like we said: personal development, inviting, being proof of the products, do your workout. If you're not working out and you're not filling your cup, you are not going to be happy. One of my coaches that's has multiple diamonds in her downline, huge leader of our team, she was just not working out for a while. And the second she started filling her cup again, everything changed, switched in her business, just because she was working out and doing personal development, filling her cup first. So important. Success partners. This is something that, like, find another coach that's at the same level as you on our team or outside of our team. Find someone that you can share your journey with. I know some of my personally sponsored coaches and a couple of coaches on our team that have goals to go diamond and have all of these like similar goals. They joined forces together and they do Zoom calls, I think on Monday nights, and they talk about struggles and they talk about stuff, and then they come to me and they tell me what they were talking about, and it's awesome. So find community. You can find that, and if you're looking for that, our team is large enough that you can find it on our team too. Prepare for the dips. Remember that too much analysis creates paralysis. I'm going to say that twice. Too much analysis creates paralysis. You don't do anything if you just think about stuff all the time. If you just think about the problem, or you just think about how you don't know what to post about, just freaking do it. Done is better than perfect. Just go. Just do it. You've got to just rip the Band-Aid, freaking get it done. Too much thinking about it. Thinking's great, but then you're like, if you guys have read You're a Badass by Jen Sincero, if you're the smartest person in the world, but you're sitting on your couch, like, who cares if you get all the Jeopardy questions right? You're not doing anything with your life. I totally paraphrase that, but do it. Do something. Fitness backslides. That's going to happen. You're going to get off track. You're going to go on vacation. You're going to gain 10 pounds. You're going to have a baby. You're going to, like, just eat too much cheese and wine one weekend. Like, stuff happens. It's okay. You're going to get an injury. You're going to have to come back from that. Fitness backslides. That happens. Prepare for that dip by personal development. We don't live in a vacuum. Things happen to us. You're going to doubt yourself. That happened to every single top coach. I was sitting next to a coach at a conference who makes over $1 million a year. And she was telling me how she doubts herself and her leadership skills all the freaking time. And she almost gets depressed by it. So she has to stay close and plugged into her community. That's the only way that she stays consistent with this business. Returns, cancellations, coach calls, blah, blah, blah. If it really pisses you off that bad, you're not doing enough personal development and you're not filling your cups first. Freaking Beachbody customer relations, yes, it's frustrating sometimes. Of course it's frustrating. Do personal development, fill your cups, deal with life. It happens. Stop complaining about stuff all the time. Rejection, people are going to say no. I hope people say no, otherwise you're not asking enough people. Distractions, life. Life happens. You go on vacation, you're traveling. You can't make this team call. Oh shoot, you didn't hit Success Club. No, you make it work. It's 1 hour. 1 hour to work on your business, right? Recognize all of this happens. We do not live in a vacuum. Life happens. The entire time I built my business, I was working, obviously now I'm not working full time. I was working full time and things would happen and I would gain weight and I would lose weight and I would doubt myself and I would cry and people would say no to me all the time. Like, you've got to build tougher skin, because if you don't have tough enough skin, it's because you aren't doing the work behind the scenes. You aren't doing personal development and you aren't doing the things that make you happy. If you are lighting yourself up, personal development and doing things that make you happy, people are drawn to people that are lit up. So light yourself up and then help other people learn how to light themselves up. That sounds really intense when I'm talking about light, but okay. So making a big life change is scary, but you know what's so much scarier? My biggest fear of all time, regret. Regret of not doing something because I'm too freaking scared and I'm holding myself back. So that's all I have. Keep it rocking. I'm excited for you guys, and I'm here to answer any questions if we have it. But that's all I have. I'm going to turn my thing off. Yay. Hopefully it helped. I'll post the recording in the team page.